Welcome to Life in My Greenhouse. Today we are making scones. With this Master Scone Recipe, you will be able to customize until your heart's content. In less than 30 minutes, you will have delicious bakery-style scones bursting with flavor. I promise you, this is the only recipe you will ever need. I'll be sharing 2 delicious variations for you to try. An orange maple scone and a classic lemon blueberry scone, which is my personal favorite. To make this master recipe, go ahead and gather the following ingredients so you can bake along with me. You will need sugar, orange or lemon zest, flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, butter, sour cream, and eggs. Let's get started with the base of this recipe. Place a half a cup of sugar in a bowl. To layer the flavor of our scone, we will add orange zest directly into the sugar. If you don't happen to have an orange on hand, a lemon works perfectly fine. Is it just me, or do you also try to get every piece of zest off of the zester? Using a fork, mix the sugar and the zest until it's fully incorporated. Set your sugar mixture aside. In a separate bowl, add 2 cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, ½ a teaspoon of baking soda, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. Mix until completely combined. Next, add your sugar mixture into the flour. No zest left behind. Time for our wet ingredients. In a bowl, add 1 egg and 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. Mix until smooth. Did you know that scones originated in Scotland during the 16th century? They have evolved into a fluffier, sweeter version spreading globally. To our egg mixture, we will add some personality. I'll be adding 1 teaspoon each of vanilla, lemon, and almond extract. I'll also be adding one of my personal favorite flavors in the scone, elderflower. It adds so much character and it is absolutely delicious. With this master recipe, the sky's the limit. Add your own personal flair. It's now time to assemble the dough. To your dry ingredients, add 1½ sticks of very cold butter. The colder the butter, the better. You can place in the freezer 10 to 15 minutes ahead of time. I find that using a grater really helps to distribute the butter evenly throughout the flour. Next, use your hands to press the butter into the flour. Once complete, add your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. Then bring it all together using a spatula. There's always something magical about baking. It just slows down the pace of life, often forcing us to place our focus on the gentle pace of just existing. Baking challenges our mindset to return to the simple things, time well spent, sharing with those we love, and an appreciation for simpler times. Now that our dough is ready, go ahead and turn it out on a floured surface. Using your hands, shape your dough into a cylinder approximately 12 inches in circumference. Go ahead and use a rolling pin to assist you with this. You now have an opportunity to continue to add depth and flavor to your dough. I'm using orange marmalade. Feel free to use whatever jam or preserve you have on hand. This smells absolutely incredible. Using a bench scraper, fold one half of the dough onto the other. Go ahead and reshape your dough back into the cylinder, gently pressing with your hands. Once complete, cut your dough into half and then into quarters. Then cut your quarters into half. Carefully transfer your scones to a parchment-lined baking sheet. You can also use a spatula if it makes it easier. For beautiful golden scones, feel free to brush the tops with milk or cream. Place in an oven and bake at 400 degrees for approximately 15 minutes. Let's use my master recipe to make this delicious lemon blueberry scone. You are absolutely going to fall in love. The base of this recipe is so versatile. Take a half a cup of sugar again and add lemon zest. I know, I can't help it. No zest left behind. Using a fork, mix your lemon zest and sugar until combined. In a separate bowl, add 2 cups of flour. Add 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. A half teaspoon of baking soda, and a half teaspoon of salt. Whisk until combined. Add sugar mixture to your flour mixture and mix to combine. In a separate bowl, add 1 egg and 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. Whisk until smooth. Add 1 teaspoon of lemon extract. Add 1 teaspoon of almond extract. And of course, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Mix until incorporated. To your flour mixture, add 1½ sticks of extremely cold butter. The colder the butter, the better. Say that 3 times fast. Using the tips of your fingers, press the butter into the flour. Once complete, add your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients and mix with a spatula. Your dough should look like wet sand when it's completely mixed together. Once complete, turn your dough out onto a floured surface. time to add a pint of blueberries, approximately 2 cups. Press the blueberries into half of your dough. Using your bench scraper, gently lift and fold the other half of your dough onto the blueberries. Then go ahead and reshape your dough back into the cylinder. Once complete, cut your dough into the desired shape. You can then brush the top of your scones with milk or cream and bake for 400 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 15 minutes. While baking, let's whip up a quick drizzle for your scones. Add 1 cup of icing sugar to a saucepan on low heat. Then add 3 tablespoons of cream or milk. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Mix until smooth. You can always add additional milk or sugar. Once your scones are out of the oven, let them rest for 10 minutes before drizzling. Feel free to add your favorite crushed nuts such as pecans or walnuts. These cones make the perfect gift for birthdays and special occasions, or just for you at tea time. I can't wait to hear what you think of this recipe. I hope you love it just as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching Life in My Greenhouse. Please take a minute to hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and share this recipe with someone you love. As a thank you, I've included a recipe card for you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss our next video. Thank you for watching Life in My Greenhouse. And remember, the grass is always greener where you water it. Take care of yourself, precious one. See you soon.